That's where we're sinking our teeth into this morning, and let's toss over to Abuja with Ajuri to begin this.
Thank you, Gimba. Welcome back to Abuja. Standing by with me is Commissioner of Police in charge of legal at the federal headquarters of the Nigeria Police Force, Commissioner David Igbodo, to discuss issues bordering on the conflict raging between the Inspector General of Police and the National Assembly over his failure to appear, rather. So you're very welcome to the program this morning.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
So you've heard the report, you've heard some of the senators speak, and you've heard, of course, the declaration by the Senate President Bukola Saraki that your boss, the Inspector General, is according to the Senate President, unfit to hold public office and an enemy of democracy. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, that declaration is laughable. In the first instance, I don't think the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria has the constitutional power to declare the IG unfit to hold that office. I don't think they have the power. On what basis are they declaring him unfit to hold a public office? Did IG go to them for confirmation of an appointment, or what is it? What you are calling a conflict or a face-off between the Inspector General of Police and the National Assembly ordinarily is not a face-off. The Inspector General of Police was invited on the 25th of April to appear before the Senate on the 26th. Unfortunately, that day, the IG was in Bauchi State with the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and he delegated a Deputy Inspector General of Police to represent him. I want you to understand that the Inspector General of Police has the power under the Constitution and under the Police Act, to delegate his line officers, Deputy Inspector Generals of Police, Assistant Inspector General of Police to represent him on official functions. This is an official matter, it's not a personal issue. He got to the National Assembly, the IG sent DIG Habila. He got to the National Assembly, the Senate said no, they don't want to listen to him. They requested for a brief. The Inspector General of Police prepared a brief. He gave the brief to the DIG to brief the National Assembly on the issue relating to Senator Dino Melaye. They got there, they presented the brief, the Senate said no, they want to see the IG personally. They wrote another letter that same 26, invited him, I think, on the 2nd of May. On that, the IG was in Benin Gwari in Kaduna State. He delegated another DIG to brief the Senate on the issue on the arrest and the prosecution of Senator Dino Melaye. We should all know that Senator Dino Melaye does not enjoy immunity under the Constitution. The National Assembly again insisted that the Inspector General of Police must come in person. At this point, a constitutional issue has arisen. The Inspector General of Police said, okay, fine. Let us go to court to decide whether each time the National Assembly invites the Inspector General of Police, whether he must, as a matter of law, appear in person, or he can exercise his power of delegation under the Constitution and under the Police Act and regulations. So we are in court. We want the court. We pose 5 questions and 7 prayers for the court determination. And until the court decides that the National Assembly has no power to invite the Inspector General of Police on that same issue. I want you to understand that the Inspector General of Police was made IG on the 22nd of June, 2016. From that 2016 till date, the Inspector General of Police has appeared before the Senate over 10 times. So where are they getting the issue that the Inspector General of Police refused to appear before the National Assembly? Over 10 times, he has appeared before them.
Commissioner, there's a precedent for, the National Assembly, especially the Senate, to call in ranking officials of the executive.
Yes, please. On official issues, yeah.
That's right. And what has happened in the past is even when you've had, for example, if it's the Minister of Finance, maybe the first time they've called her, for example, she would send a permanent secretary, but the second time she would show up. We've seen the same with the DG SSS. We've seen the Attorney General of the Federation. We've seen the Minister of Interior. I mean, the highest, the chief executive of these agencies, they've come, ministers have come. So why is it that the Inspector General is any different?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're not understanding me. I said the Inspector General of Police has appeared before the National Assembly for more than 10 times. Yes, he has been appearing. He has a respect for the National Assembly.
The obvious next question is why was he not appearing on this issue?
Because they're making it personal. They're making it personal. Why would they make it personal? The DIG in charge of operations understands what has happened. The line officers understand what has happened between the Nigerian police and Senator Dino Melaye. I want you to understand that when this allegation was made in Kogi State, it was not made in Abuja. The Inspector General of Police, through the DIG operations, wrote a letter to the Senate President, asking him to release Senator Dino Melaye to report to the police in Kogi State for statement taking. They refused to release him. They said the Dino Melaye or the Senate President was outside the country. Then 2 days after, they replied that they should allow Senator Dino Melaye to report to the police in Abuja. I did a letter. I signed it myself. Sent it to the Senate President, requesting that they should now release Senator Dino Melaye to report to the Special Anti-Robbery Squad here in Abuja. The IG complied. Since you said that Senator Dino Melaye is saying that he's not safe to be in Kogi State, his own state, I do not know where he's going to be safe if he's not safe in his own state. We complied. I wrote a letter, released him to appear before the police at Abuja here in the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. He declined to appear. He declined. Is he above the law?
Well, this is actually the question being posed, ironically, to the Inspector General of Police, because you do two rights make a wrong here. The thinking is this: if the Inspector General of Police has the facts on his side, why would he not feel comfortable to personally appear and clarify the issues and then continue with the case?
You don't understand the issue. They're making it personal. Can you imagine inviting the Inspector General of Police to be discussed on the national daily? You discuss security matters on the national television. They're making it personal.
No, we have seen very sensitive issues being
not security matters, security issues.
Even security matters.
If you look at the letter they wrote to the IG, they raised two issues. They said the inhuman treatment meted to Senator Dino Melaye. What do they mean by inhuman treatment? They invited him to us, he refused to come. Senator Dino Melaye was traveling to Morocco on the 23rd of last month at Abuja International Airport. The customs stopped him. They said the police has placed you on watch list. Can you please report to the police? They called the police. Before the police could get to the international airport, he snatched his passport from the immigration officers and ran away. That is a senator representing